Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this has been Intruder, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Well, last time we explored the town of Edgewater and solved a fair few of their problems, but we figured out what our first big difficult choice is going to be, because, yeah, a bunch of people left this town to go and set up their own colony, and one of these two towns needs to basically be doomed to fail by stealing their power regulator so I can use it to power my own ship, unless, of course, there's another one floating around. So, yeah, today we need to go and meet the other faction, figure out who we're siding with, or if I can make everything happy for everybody. Now, before we head out to the other faction, yeah, Reed Thompson, the guy who's running the town, who claims he's going to make amends for what he did. He says he's made mistakes, he's going to put it right. But do I trust him when, yeah, he's running a factory in which people are mangled, having medicine denied to them, people are dying, they're killing themselves, there's a lot of bad stuff going on here that he's overseeing. So, yeah, how do you feel about your town right now, Reed?
It is my job to keep two eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
And yeah, the town is, not actually going great, to be honest. A lot of people dying from various causes. Some of it you.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
And okay, so yeah, you don't agree that your town is literally dying when I can, you know, point out the graves from here.
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
Right, so that determinism thing again, gotcha. And yes indeed, the plague, which I know you acknowledge exists because you've sent messages round your workforce about it.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
Yeah, I'm feeling like we don't actually want to help this guy in any particular way, but can we figure out what it is, when it started, how we might be able to fix it?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
But here we go, medical. You should have developed an immunity after repeated exposure to a single strain of contagion. So let's see if we can learn more about it because I've done a bit of medicaling.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude. And it is one we will see through to the end.
So yeah, this is a very Victorian Industrial Revolution way of looking at the world, where, yeah, illness was very much seen through a moral lens. It wasn't a question of germs or whatever. It was a question of people who were bad or lazy or something were more prone to get sick. So obviously it's total flipping garbage, so this guy is not winning me round. Now, as for you and me, Parvati, we need to go and have a chat, and let's do it, yeah, outside of his hearing range. I think I just accidentally left her upstairs, but hopefully she'll automatically... No, her health just fell by about half. I think I just accidentally dropped her down a lift shaft, and... Parvati!
Hey, ma'am. Can we talk?
Parvati, are you...
Sorry.
Parvati? Parvati, where... Can we talk? Okay, we can talk.
Can we talk?
But, yeah... Oh, there she is! Good, we found her. Hi, Parvati. Right, let's have a chat.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Yes, indeed. I'm very interested in your take on things, because you were saying, yeah, the machine's breaking down because it's designed to put fish in cans, and what they're putting in isn't fish. Now, I'm going to guess salt tuna has been made so salty to mask the fact that, yeah, it's not tuna. So the question is, what is it? So... yeah, tell me your take on the deserters. We'll get to the tuna in time.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Alright, so yeah, can't blame anyone for leaving. Town has got, well, more than issues, to be honest. We'll go over them before we go. And yeah, you knew them, and you actually know Adelaide. But let's see how much sympathy she's actually got for them.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Alright, so actually I think he's already back at my ship, so we might nip over there to speak to him, because yeah, I can fast travel back to him. So, yeah. Why exactly do you want to speak to him? Because, to be honest, he strikes me as a bit of a self-serving idiot.
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. They're neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
Oh, I like Parvati, but I feel bad because, yeah, she's clearly not sure of herself because she lives in a society that really suppresses individuality. And not sure if it's intentional, but yeah, when you speak to her, she's not facing you. She's looking down onto one side like she's embarrassed to meet your gaze. Oh, Parvati, I like you. I'm going to keep you around. You're great. So yeah, I actually met the vicar. In fact, actually, he owes me a favour.
Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that.
Oh, something heresy, it was all fine. Ah, yes, and here we go. We can start picking up on her family history. And we know about this already because we went digging through our house while she was here. Your dad, Robert, and your mother, of course, who's over on Terra 1.
That's on account of how I never met her.
And yeah, that's... No, hang on, I know this game, I already know this, but okay. Yeah, you were shipped over, but I don't actually know... why? Maybe your dad had the better job so he was able to support you but she wasn't. Maybe there's population controls of some description. Yeah, tell me your side of the story, or at least what your dad told you.
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
And yeah, that's not great. And you got along well with your dad, you might not have with your mother. That's a bit of a harsh thing to say. Don't say that. Just, yeah, figure out if this is like, you know, normal law everywhere in this universe.
Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Okay, I can see the sense in that, but equally, just in case you inherited a natural aptitude, would have made sense to, you know, have you raised by her, so she could raise you to be the next crazy math high-level stuff. Then again, you're clearly a high-skills individual who does a lot of maintenance and robotics and whatever, so you might well have inherited, yeah, some of her gift. Right, that's all we can do with her for now, and workers are, I believe, arriving for the morning shift. Lovely. Okay, now I've dropped a save because I want to check something, which is, am I able to just take this thing? Because obviously, you know, I don't want to pick it up right now, but can I just use this terminal to disengage the power regulator? May not be disengaged while the transformer is active. Okay, transformer shutdown protocols non-operational. Okay, shutdown protocols. And in compliance with Spacer's Choice engineering and development policies, shutdown protocols have been disabled on all transformers. This is to prevent illegal tampering, upgrading, or theft. Please avoid attempting to modify or tamper with Spacer's Choice electrical transformers while the power is active. Doing so may lead to death, catastrophic injury, and irreparable damage to the transformer. Okay, so what I need to do is, yeah, somehow stop power going through this thing, otherwise explosions. The question is... how would I... well... okay, as I say, I just dropped a save. We don't want this to stand or anything. I just need to know what my options are. So yeah, just go over to, pistol. That's absolutely fine. If I just shoot the explosive canisters, then is that potentially gonna help out with destroying any of this business, doing some damage to it, slowing it down. No, none of that does anything. And I'm gonna guess, hang on, if I just hop down over here, ow, if I just hop down over here, if I try and grab it, yeah, bad idea. Still a bad idea. Okay, so that ain't gonna fly. You see, the problem we've got here is, yeah, in a perfect world, well, not a perfect world, but like, you know, a rather imperfect world, I might need to grab that thing and run. But if I have to kill the power to the entire town, then they're gonna probably know I did it and flipping see me coming. So, okay, I do have a backup plan. Alright, before we head back to our ship and speak to What's-His-Face. Then again, apparently What's-His-Face is actually still here, so maybe we'll get back to him in a second. So if we just head out to the door right by the factory here, then immediately turn right into the scrapyard, there was a door here. So, yeah, did we actually bother opening this yet? Yes, we did, because it was a freebie. Now, there's no door I've come across that corresponds to this door. And here we go. This here is the barred room. So, this is a back way in to the factory. And we got ourselves a bin there, together with... Okay, do you mind me robbing from this society? That's a thing. Okay, you don't seem to mind that. Good. Good. Together with a few bits of ammo, but honestly I can do without. Okay, the big thing is... Ooh. That's more important right there. Yep, you know what? I'll take the mag picks. Good. The important thing we've got here is now, this is a back way in. If I was to come here at night, I could come in through that door, come through here, sneak downstairs, grab the thing, and then be on our way without having to pass through town. If it comes to it, if we have to sabotage this entire town, that's how we do it without causing trouble. Okay, we've got ourselves a plan here. Let's go have a chat with What's-His-Face inside the church. Because, yeah, he did say he needed to get things sorted out before he went back to the ship. So, I'm guessing that's why he said that, in case you needed him for this quest. Right, so, Parvati, off you go.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
And yeah, fix the geothermal plant, but no, specifically, cut off power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
And, okay, what do you think of, what do you think of that other group?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Yeah, I thought he might not necessarily be that sympathetic, and depends how well the leader can provide beyond your walls, yes, because your leader's not doing great within the walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp, so that's not a variable I can account for.
And yeah, what would you advise I do instead, Vicar Max?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
And okay, talk everyone into coming together, keep that in mind. Sadly, still no way to just avoid the choice at all. Do you even think that's possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are.
And no other help whatsoever. Fine, he was not really that useful.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens here.
Okay, I'm kind of in love with Parvati. She's absolutely magnificent and I'm going to keep her forever. Right, before we head out on our big adventure, time to get things properly set up here because I'm carrying a bunch of guns, a bunch of mods. We need to, break some of this down, all of that good stuff. Also, I'll be having all of this.
I mean, if you need it, okay.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't actually meaning to, like, steal from you. It was in blue, so I thought you'd be, like, okay with it. Okay, I won't steal anything else of yours, alright? We just need to use the workbench for a second. And here's interesting. So yeah, a bunch of skills are being boosted by Parvati. That's how that works. So yeah, I get +8 to lockpick because she's actually around. Though yeah, you don't actually get the passive skills. You just get whatever benefit having a higher lockpick skill is. Together with, obviously, engineering being boosted up to 30. Love it. Which reminds me, I should probably take off the Raider gear because, yeah, people are not being impressed with that, actually. But Spacer's choice might not necessarily impress them either, but then again, yeah, my basic suit is also Spacer's choice, so not much I can do there. And as for Parvati, yeah, she's got herself certain skills, she's got a special ability. Hang on, can we see what that actually does? Wait a second. Here we go. Slams down her hammer, creating a blast wave that shocks enemies and stuns auto-mechanicals. Right, so she's got a special Reinhardt ability. Love it. As time goes by, she'll also be able to, yeah, pick up perk points. Lovely. I can give her armor if that's what I want to do. So, go on. May as well give you, like, you know, a little bit of special helmet armor. Why not? And she comes with armor that's actually pretty damn good already. Yeah, armor 8, tech skills +5. Decent. Though I'll swap out her basic pistol for, yeah, a revolver. Much better. Right, so that's me and her setup. Over to the workbench. You know what? We're swimming in money right now. Let's get the hunting rifle up to... hang on. Does that officially increase its level? So, yeah, that gets up to... now it's level 3. This thing right now is level 2. So, that would go up to, presumably, level 3. Fine. So, that's what tinkering does. It increases the level, which increases the damage. Honestly, I would not mind my hunting rifle being, yeah, a fair bit better than it is right now, because that is my big first shot weapon. So let's get that up to, yeah, bare minimum level 5. In fact, ooh, that's starting to get expensive fast. Alright, fine, so that gets exponentially more expensive. Gotcha. And I could also modify a weapon to be damage type plasma, which doesn't strike me as a terrible idea, or I could actually put, yeah, a better sight on this thing. You know what? Let's give it a go. I'm actually going to mod up this rifle. So go on then. We're going to say it's going to be all plasma-y and it's going to have a proper sight on it. After all, this is my big, exciting, sexy first strike. Did I just take the scope off it? Did I just take the scope off my first strike weapon? Well, I'm sure it's fine. I've still got a little dot. It's going to be a-okay. Let's be on our way because, yeah. The problem with this society, and the reason why I'm not really backing them, is they are dying. They are literally dying because they've fallen back behind their walls, but they didn't used to be behind the walls. Because all of this all used to be part of the town, but they've fallen back and abandoned basically all of it at this point. They've just given up on it all. They've been driven back by marauders that their chief of police can't do anything about. They've been crippled by plague, the graveyard is flipping overflowing, people are being mangled in the factories, people are literally committing suicide, large numbers of them have just abandoned the town. This is a society that is simply failing. So if the other society is doing in any way better, then honestly it feels like rather than trying to get those guys to come back here, these guys should go over there instead. Alright, so plenty of this we've already cleared out. Yeah, we made it most of the way there already, so... let's actually just practice on any remaining raiders what we actually do in terms of, yeah, controlling Parvati. Because, yeah, we took care of these guys already, though. Keep an eye out. Make sure none of them have respawned in. Seems to be okay to me. Then again, did I actually properly explore this place? Because I don't remember a great big hole up there. Yeah, I've definitely been in here because the door's open, but... what about the rest of it? Oh! No, back off, back off, back off, back off, back off. There we go. Just, you know, give me some information, please. Level 3, limited armor, nothing too dramatic. Right, okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to my rifle, and we're going to try that out here. As soon as they actually stand up, we're going to go into Amy mode, see if we can give any, yeah, special commands to her during... oh, how many are we dealing with right now? Okay. Now, what can we do here, if anything? Can I tell you to... yes, I can tell you to focus on one or both of them. So, where'd the other one just go? I don't know where the other guy just went. There was... No! Okay, never mind. Let's just quickly... Oh, blimey! Okay, that kicks. That's got a kick to it. And... Okay, there they are. I think we've located them. Boom! And boom! Oh, that flipping hurts. Yep, we are definitely in a bit of danger right now. Where are you right now? And... No. Oh, almost had ya. Right. Oh! No. No, you don't. I think a good headshot with this thing does the job very nicely, actually. And... Bye! Right, back off. How are you doing, Parvati? You don't seem to be doing great, but honestly... Oh! I see him. Dead. Right, so... They're on fire. And you've just actually burned down to a cinder. Beautiful. Okay, good work, Parvati. Nice first engagement. So, I can tell her where to focus. And yeah, she'll come back to me. Or I can send her in a particular direction. No, that's target someone. She's either come back to me or target a given human. So, that's all fine then. Right. How do we get up to Mysterious Hole? Because that's of interest. Also, community centre. That's where the guy said, go and get me some medicine. Yes, yes it is. So, hang on. Just go over to basic pistol for the time being. Top up all of this business. Right. No more sign of trouble around here. Is this a... Oh! This is a separate flipping building. Right, in we flipping go. Because we haven't told anyone about, what was his face? Abernathy's illness. And, oh, blimey. Okay, what we need to do right now is... Boom! Right, he's dead. And no, now we line up the shots. And... Do we see where you are? You know what? Maybe now we get into cover. And no. Excuse me. No, you don't. Bye. Right, okay, now this is working pretty well. Parvati, stay out of the way. Or actually, keep them occupied. Keep them occupied for a second. And I'll do what I can over here. And I think they just decided to jump down, actually. Right, Parvati, just do what you can, alright? And boop! Hello. Bye-bye. There you go. Yeah, you know what? This gun works. He's not actually dead, is he? No, he's not. No, he's not. Screw you. He was very almost dead. So, what can I do to make her tougher? Give her better armor, increase determination. Ah, yes. The associated skills. First aid room door key. I'll be taking that, thank you. Right, so, first aid room. That does sound like a good sort of a thing. I suspect she just got herself a bit shot and down on the ground. But I did see, yeah, the optional... There's a bit more red over there, isn't there? Yes, there is. Yes, supernova difficulty. In that one, companions can die. So it's like New Vegas. You have to be on the super high difficulty for companions to die. Right now, if she runs out of health, she will simply just go to the ground. So that's all absolutely fine. Ooh, can I learn about tuna? If the ocean and rivers are the heart and veins of Emerald Vale, then salt tuna is our highly profitable blood. These meaty fish live in the ocean and migrate upstream during mating season, and salt tuna are semilparous, which means they perish after a single reproductive episode. That's where our trusty Spacer's Choice harvesters scoop up their corpses to be cleaned, processed, canned, and delivered straight to your dinner table. Yeah, but what's actually inside the cans? Because... she was saying it wasn't, but now she won't talk to me about it. Ooh. So, interesting thing here. Yeah, exhibit that's not open yet. The Great Frilled Mantiqueen of Terra 1. Right, so we'll be running into one of those whenever we get to Terra 1. Got it. And we got ourselves a bunch of workers dead in the bathroom here. Right, so raiders came in, murdered all of this lot, and... yeah, they were just, well, they might have died to her for.
Okay, keep them quiet.
Is that actually a... That's not an enemy, that's just a friendly sprat. They're sometimes aggressive, but very rarely. Right, that's all absolutely fine. Keep on keeping on. Open up the bar so we can get round the back over here. What have we got? So, welcome direct to Picket. The keycard encoder in the lobby is back up and running. Hopefully it won't go on the fritz again and start shooting keycards at anyone who walks by. So, just in case it does break down, you can borrow a keycard from the director or one of the workers in the second floor office. Pretty sure, yeah, I picked up one on the second floor already, so that's probably what I've already got. And hello, riot control armor, together with, Yep, some money, and potentially a better shotgun. Okay, I'm interested in riot control armor. Together with a nice freebie giant chest here. Even more first aid room key. Oh, loving this. Riot control helmet too. Okay, we're on to something good here. Okay, now that's good stuff, because one, that's not actually tied to any faction, so it shouldn't annoy any of those guys. Unfortunately, the helmet, while it's good, is one-handed melee, which I don't really want, but the armor does look badass, so we'll be keeping that. Alright, final few enemies in here. Hello over there. Can I actually... Ooh. Not sure whether I actually hit you right now. There we go. Oh! Never mind. Totally missed you, but that's fine. Couple of shots in the head will finish you off. Never mind. You go and take care of that for me if you'd be so kind. Right, and how are you getting on, by the way? She appears to have a lot more health than me, but she's going to get... Oh, blimey. No, 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 no. Boom. 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 Dead. But blimey, okay. Don't take any enemy too lightly. Actually, even basic raiders on hard mode can be a little bit on the tricky side. Just be a bit careful with them. Gotcha. Really glad I took that extra 50 health, by the way, last level. Otherwise, I'd be very dead right now. Right, I think I've explored pretty much all that's going on here. Nothing left but, yeah, of course, the first aid room, which is why we're actually here, because... Not that room, though. Hang on, where was the first aid room? It was round here somewhere. It was here we go. So, unlock with my actual key card. And if we're lucky, we should have some special medicine here. There we go, experimental anthracillin. So, marvellous. And apparently, my companion just leveled up. I'm not sure why. Ah, I get 3,000 XP just for picking it up, even if it hasn't been delivered yet. Love it. So, I'm just into level 5. Now. Tech. That's what I'm interested in, because I want to fix that bloody robot, alright? That robot is interesting to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put literally everything into tech right now. So that boosts my engineering from 30 up to 40. 30 with 10 from Parvati, but I can boost that to 50 with the right armor and helmet. Ah, now this is interesting. So she's got a special meter just for her, threat generation, so I can make her more or less likely to be attacked. So yeah, if she was particularly tanky, I could say enemies ought to go for her. Interesting. Or I can make her, I can make her boost my engineering even flipping more. But instead, I'll just give her some base health for the time being. Now, I could use a shunt to open up this, so go on. It's probably just a way of printing a card, but hack of 30, encode first aid keycard. Yep, so that's another way to get one of those guys. Alternatively, anything good in the logs here? Nothing particularly, it's just a flipping museum. Right, keep on keeping on in that case. And yeah, over here we have got ourselves, I believe, no sign of red in this direction. Yeah, hang on. Over here, over here, over here. That is going to be the old power plant, I'm guessing, because pipes and diddly-diddly-dee. So, hello over there. That's something. I'm just going to shoot it in the... Uh-oh, I feel like I've slightly angered that. That's fine. I feel like I've now killed it. So everything's good now. So, are you guys okay at this point? Yep, you guys are okay. And everything's a-okay. Aside from that, aside from the fact she's being eaten by a giant, like, horse dog or something. No, hold still while I shoot you in the face. There we go. Lovely. I just want to get close enough to the power plant to see who's actually, you know, occupying it. And also, hello over there. Ethology log. Hunting behaviour of feral canids. So this guy was just studying the wild dogs in this place, thought he had a good spot to watch them, but unfortunately it was a large camp and didn't end well for him. Here we go. So the log said, yeah, Camper Raiders was annihilated by the dogs. This will be the camp, so I'll gladly help myself to some free stuff. And now, yeah, just edge over towards this thing. Don't know what it is, but, you know, I'm curious. So, geothermal power plant. Geothermal. Ah, geothermal. This is the one that produces their current power, isn't it? So, yeah, I see mechanical sentry. Problem is, I don't know whether those guys are hostile or not. Or, even if they're, well, okay. They might just attack literally anybody because that's their job in their programming. Doesn't mean they're not allied to me. I think this place is still, technically, held by, Spacer's Choice is being broadcast above it, so... okay, not actually held by Raiders for the time being. Let's get back over to the town. Oh, and here's fun. A few more mods and money and whatnot in a locked container back here. And rebuilt mining gear. Stealth skills +5, not bad at all. Right, back on the road just up from the museum, and a few more buildings, but no sign of trouble in any of these. So as we're at point blank range, hack that. That's a freebie. And, okay. Broken down old combat drones. Examine this. Scorched Journal. After sneaking parts out of the industrial sector for a couple of days, I think I've finally everything I need to build my own flying death machine. Oh, marvellous. So it's not like the board would build mechanicals with custom tool parts, right? Everything would have to be modular for all these mechanicals to run efficiently. Okay, so someone was figuring because it was modular, he could just take parts from, like, worker machines and combine them into some form of death machine. After that, nothing major. He was trying to build this thing, but he couldn't figure it out. And I'm guessing we can reasonably put together, hello, plasma rifle. Now, for me, a plasma rifle should be, pretty powerful because I'm good at science. So, okay, long gun, energy, special effect burning, same as this thing, I assume. Right, you know what? You are coming... You can't come straight off because I'm holding you right now. Right, now you're coming off to be replaced by Plasma Rifle, yes! And even though I've modified the hunting rifle to actually do plasma damage, regardless, it still uses heavy ammo. So, okay, over to this thing. It's got, nice little sight on it, and it can, that's why the damage is variable. I can just fire, or I can charge for a big attack, which is a lot stronger. And that is... oh, hang on. That actually, uses up more ammunition. Okay, that's going to be ammo intensive. Gotcha. The actual, the rifle, that's not so bad. That does huge damage off a single shot, so that's not bad at all. Loads of dead marauders around here. Maybe his drone did actually successfully kill a couple of marauders. That's when he turned it on, but then it immediately kills him afterwards. Possible. Right, one more building, then I think we've got a pretty clean run at the town we want to go and visit. Though, keep out the revolver. Nice and easy to use that thing. And those, while they look very readable, are sadly not readable at all. So, just grab what we can here. Nothing major. There we go. That's their bit of town up there. So that means there's just, Okay. I'm going to go right first, just because I'm curious. What's at that other bit of town round over here? And I perhaps shouldn't be too surprised that, it's a bunch of marauders. That's a few too many for us to take on out in the open. Fall back to cover for a second. We should be able to take out, a few of them at this range. Okay, so, just wait for it. And as soon as we get the right angle on you... we go into that, and then we take the second out. That was a total flipping miss. Total miss times... okay, that wasn't. That was good. Okay, now. We just need to nail you. You're probably dead, and you are... this is not a good time to reload, actually. But one more shot. We should be able to get one more shot in on you. Boom. Right, now fall back. Let her do a little bit of damage. And charge up a big shot here. And dead. And charge up. And dead. Okay, now that's a good gun. I like that gun. And I really need to get into the habit of reloading my guns after the battle's done. Alright, get back into those Fallout instincts. Because otherwise you will run dry during that. Alright, moving towards the town. And this is actually one of the biggest towns we've... come across so far. Alright. Down on the ground here. That looks like that's a tamed canid, and that is some Marauder Vandals. That's a fair amount of stuff. You know what? Round up here to the high ground. Alright. Primal... didn't really mean to discover the Primal Nest, but apparently we've discovered one of them. It's not really what I wanted to do, to be honest. But, in theory, where is this Primal Nest you've just mentioned? It's right here. Okay. If I could lure some primals into town, that would not be the worst thing in the world at all. Let's just have a little bit of a look-see roundy. There's a lot of them, aren't there? That is a fairly large amount of, yeah, enemies. I don't know if we want to do this. You know what? I think we can actually pull it off. There we go. You're dead. Now, what about the rest of you? You're very dead. And where is the guy down over there? That's just... Oh, that's just a tamed canid. Did you just walk into my shot? I think you just did. Right, so that's... Oh, that's a lot of them, actually. Yeah, that's a lot. That's an awful lot. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I really shouldn't have done this. Okay, shotgun. Boom. Right, okay, where's the rest of them? There's now over to... Oh, blimey, heck, and... Excuse me. No. No, 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 no. No. You can die or come close to dying. How's she, by the way? I suspect she's a bit on the dead side right now. Wait for thing to come back. And... No, no you don't. And... Dead. Or close to dead. And... Hang on. No you don't. Right. Quick stim pack. Where's the rest of them? I think, actually, we just got away with that one because her health appears to be coming back. Okay, that was close. Thanks for your help there. If you hadn't been running distraction, that would have gone very badly wrong. Still, no sign of any more... Oh! I want to say no sign of any more trouble. Just one more over there. Are you dead, by the way? You will be momentarily. There we go. Ow. And... Okay, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. I see no red over here. So these buildings should be fine to activate. So yeah, handful of scrap mechanicals. Flywheel, armor parts. Yeah, okay. A few robots. This was the industrial sector. Checks out. And I do enjoy a massive treasure chest. Now, we ain't 100% done. There's more here yet, but we are successfully picking them apart bit by bit. Where is... Oh, hello over there. And, oh, you, my good man, yeah, you're a special, aren't you? Right, you can just go down, and boom. Down he goes. Yeah, that was one of the ones with the... Does anyone know who Zoe Chandler is? Because no one told us to rescue a Zoe Chandler, right? You weren't like his girlfriend or anything, hopefully. Hi there. You're very relaxed about what just happened. Hang on, I need his finger before we do anything else. I'm not sure he's actually got a finger. And, ooh, heavy power armor. Well, I'll be taking that for now. Hello over there. Who are you precisely?
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
I don't know what's going on here, but yes, heroic accountant, I'll take that.
Only thing unscrewed around here is the head of that marauder you took down. Never seen moves like that outside my serial dramas. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
Right, so she wants to be an outlaw. She's possibly a bad guy.
I'm great at clarifying.
She's also not entirely there. Yes, are you actually a prisoner, or were you actually working for these guys? Just, you know, not well.
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
Okay, like, are we talking freelance? You know what, I'm just going to ask her, that's fine.
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Ah, okay, drug dealer. I was thinking potentially, yes, other things. But alright, drug dealer too. That works. Are you actually from Edgewater?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the Botanical Labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
Alright, so yeah, basically she's been kicked out or got bored of every single society going. Okay, so nothing else to do with her, so I guess she just stays here. Alright, fascinating. Oh, look at that, flipping heavy power armor. Problem is, yeah, my stealth skills go down. And it's a bit on the heavy side. You know what this... Oh! Okay, apparently if you take off all things, this is what underwear looks like in the future. It's like a silver bathing suit. Fascinating. No. Go back over to this business. But, actually, yeah, Parvati, would you like to potentially wear the power armor? There we go. She can have that. Now she'll be much better at defending herself, or, to be precise, staying alive while I take pot shots from a distance. Also, would you like to actually have, yeah, the Flaming Sword of Justice? Because I'm not really using it right now, so I feel like you could get more use out of that. Well, best as I can tell, that's all we've got there. A few more chests and whatnot, but for the most part, yeah, we were just claiming one of those there fingers, so nice that we've got them. Right, finally our journey is complete over to the other society, and hopefully someone there's got an idea for how I might, you know, resolve this without anyone being condemned to death. Here we go. Botanical Lab. Marvellous. Now, guns away. I'm a friend. Hello over there.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Grace Romero. I don't want trouble either. Just want to have a chat.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
And I'm looking for Adelaide. I just want to chat to her.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
And yeah, I'm looking for... Actually, I'm not looking for the geothermal plant because, you know, I walked straight past it a minute ago. And, yeah, former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Alright, so she seems cool with me entering as long as I don't cause trouble. And yeah, Adelaide.
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You know what? This is actually interesting. So Adelaide, she's down in the hothouse helping out with everybody else. But Thompson, he's up in his office, just basically sitting at a desk miles above everybody else. So I like Adelaide more already. And by any chance, yeah, is your problem marauders? Because I could help with that.
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Ah, now that one's easy. Already met her. She was actually weirdly cool with everything.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder Camp. Is she alright?
Yeah, she's actually, pretty chill, to be honest. Said she was Queen of the Marauders. Yeah, they were getting on just fine.
Getting along? What? Sitting around a campfire telling stories? If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
Oh, go on then. Just because Grace seems, yeah, relatively important around here, I'll get on her good side first. But before we do that, yeah, if you can actually answer questions about Zoe, that might help me bring her home.
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Alright, speak to someone called Stefan. Gotcha. Alright, so here we go. In town. Lovely. So, alright, this place seems, you know, fine so far. I've not walked past a giant graveyard or anything. There's food growing. She's tending to crops in the hothouse, etc., etc. That's all promising. Here we go, just round the corner. Stefan Garcia. Hello there, my good sir.
Fancy duds. Do the tubes get in your way?
Oh, that's cute. There's so many alternative lines that have been recorded depending on what you're actually wearing. Because, yeah, I'm wearing my basic starting armor right now, and that's got little tubes hanging out of it. That's lovely. So, let's start off with, yeah, trading. Seeing if he's actually got anything good on him. Okay, some form of special unique revolver variant here. 5 rounds in the cylinder, but hits for a ludicrously high 70, which is pretty darn good, it must be said, though I don't quite have the money for that one. So, okay, what else you got for me? Oh, I tell you what now, this is nice. Level 2 makeshift low pressure armor, tech skills +5, which is good, armor 9. Now that's excellent, I'll be having that, thank you. Now I do have a bunch of spare weapons here that have got decent value on them, so yeah, I'm not going to use these, so I'd rather sell them than only get like 3 weapon parts out of them, so just sell all of that business, because I'm not really using this. Right, good bit of junk cleared out over there. Now, your friend, I need to ask about, yeah, Zoe.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Okay, and let's start off with, yeah, just learning a little bit about her.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Oh, no, not at all. But on the other hand, I would actually really like to see that show. That show sounds kind of hilarious. And, yeah, what happened on the day she disappeared?
Zoe and I were going to watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
And, okay, anything strange?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Aha. Now, where does she live? Because we might be able to find some of those scraps.
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Aha. So, could I have that? Or I could say to her, hey, it's waiting for you back at town.
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
Well, because I was actually going to go and, like, you know, give it to her.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, sprat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
And, okay, lie of 10, persuade of 10. Oh, I don't want to lie about that. That's just mean. I'm just going to persuade him instead.
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words Collector's Edition. Here you go. Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
Okay, marvellous. I think that's all we need right there. Though, can we at least see the front cover of the Masked Marketeer? No, because it's a tape, not a comic book. Boo! Boo, I say. Okay, I'm not really planning to steal from these guys much, but I would at least like to know what's inside here. And nothing I particularly need, to be honest. So I guess you can keep it. Here we go. So I've just found, yeah, a bit of Zoe's journal just chilling out on the desk. But part 12. Apparently there's a fair few of these dotted about. And yeah, nothing beyond what we already knew. She got sick, she stole some medicine, she left. Right, so that's all the houses on that side. We just, yeah, very quickly check out everybody else before we go and speak to Adelaide, because never hurts to have the rest of the town on side before you speak to the leader. Ooh, we've got a tough lock thing over here. Okay, would you mind walking away at this point? I'm totally not planning to... She doesn't believe me. I'll come back later when she's not here.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Okay. Parvati's actually recognized someone. Thomas. Who are you talking about? Do you mean this guy? No, this is a generic deserter. Who's a Thomas? Aha, Thomas Kemp and a workbench. Hello, Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
And, not exactly. I'm just passing through, actually. Though then again, even though you're not very good at it, you are vaguely engineering. Maybe you know something about the power regulator.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
And, okay. Yeah, I can give you some pointers. I'm good at engineering.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Aha! I've actually already got one of them. The one that I got out of the factory last part. The one that used to belong to Parvati's dad.
No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
It was number 2 if I recall correctly.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Nice! 300 bits, lovely, and he'll actually take the others too, marvellous. Now I was just at the community centre, but I didn't actually see a book there, so... okay, possibly I overlooked that. We'll see. Next time I'm passing by, I'll make that quest active, see if I can locate what I'm after. Right, that's everyone and everything as far as I can tell. So, let's go and take care of the Zoe situation, just to get my reputation in this town up as high as it can go. Alright, Zoe, I've got a videotape of a marketing-themed superhero, and plenty more where that came from back at town. Aha! Intimidate 46 is enough to just scare her off, but... yeah, I've got your favourite cereal here and more to come.
So you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed.
And I've got it here, yours, if you promise you'll go back.
You actually have it? The episode where Lord Cavendish reveals he's been the mass marketeer all along? All right, you convinced me. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Alright, job flipping done. And I have indeed talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
It's kind of unclear, to be honest. Something about wanting to be an outlaw, let's not get into it.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Alright, XP, she's back and nothing's shown up yet, but if I have to persuade a few people to help me out at any point, yeah, few people are starting to come round to me at this point. My reputation. I'm not trying to pull a gun on you. I'm so sorry. It's just a key binding issue. And I will say this is a very, very pretty little greenhouse here. This is lovely. Let's just check out what else is going on. Aha! Little kind of hydroponics lab here. And terminal. Let's just check what's going on first, and I can bypass that, no problem at all. So she got here, and the labs were operational, but the soil was all not good. So she's been working on trying to fix that, just because, yeah, she was sick of eating salt tuna. And as time went by, more and more deserters, together with more and more deaths. I mean, honestly, this society is working much better than the actual town is. Because these guys, they don't have suicides, they don't have people being mangled, they don't have the plague. Things are looking good. And of particular interest, I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple of weeks. Now, is it possible that the plague isn't a plague at all? We've repeatedly overheard people saying they eat nothing but sold tuna? What if the plague is actually scurvy or something of that nature, simply coming from not giving people a balanced diet? That's entirely possible. Right, nothing else of note there as far as I can see. So, Adelaide, I've done some good stuff for your people so far. Let's me and you have a chat.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Alright, I'm liking you already.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Alright, so, what are we going to do here? Let's not start off with Reed. Let's just figure out how they're doing. Are you actually, like, you know, sustainable, thriving?
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Okay, so, what actually, made you leave in the first place? What was the inciting incident that led to the walkouts?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Any chance I can get her to... No. If there's a check, I do not know what it is. So, yeah, the greenhouse. How's that doing in terms of, like, you know, growing enough food for everybody?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Alright, so she's being a little bit, you know, vague and hippie-ish right now, but I still like her better than the other guy. So, there we go. Funny never knew you could grow tripe in a garden. It's quite good. But no, I'm surprised you grew anything out here, because yeah, the soil is not very good, as you're well aware from your terminal.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Okay, so can't follow up on the special fertilizer. Let's talk about, yeah, making peace here, at least potentially.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Honestly, it's not a great deal, it's more of a threat, to be honest. So, Reed asked you to consider coming back to town, he's willing to make amends. Yeah, let's not actually throw the threat in just yet, because I might be willing to do it the other way. Send all of the power to these guys and completely cut off the factory.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Okay, I'm willing to potentially go over to your side, but I'm not going to say I'm about to do it. I'm just going to say Reed told me to divert all the power to him.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
I'm not actually doing it, to be honest, but I do need a power regulator. If you could point me in the direction of a different one, I'm happy to play ball.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
You know what? While she's trying to, manipulate me a little bit with mention of hero there, she's not wrong. Like, if all these people go back to town, they're just going to end up dying of what's presumably scurvy, that's my working theory right now, being mangled, killing themselves, ending up in rented graves. But if everyone from town comes here, you might well be able to build something better by yourselves. And go on, I really need to know this, Adelaide. What did the town actually do that made you walk away?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Okay, so, what are we going to do? And yeah, I don't really like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side. That was a little bit on the rude side. And let's say I help you. Yeah, are you willing to accept the workers from Edgewater into your community?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Alright, that's reasonable. To be honest, that seems, sort of okay.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Okay, up to level 6, and that's a perk level 2. Right, Adelaide, anything else you've got for me before I go? Okay, one more thing here. Just in theory, how would you feel about, going back to town and continuing your way of life there? I'm guessing not keen.
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
Alright, I think I'm, convinced here, but I really do want to know what the history is.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me.
Okay, so, we need more than that. With my perception, we can get a bit more out of ya.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Yep, I'm very much on her side at this point. I think we're going to divert the power to her, and then we've got ourselves a plan to sneak in, grab the part, and get out without actually having to kill anybody. Hopefully. Now, 10 more points available, and I believe I can only boost my tech by 5, because I don't actually have a tech boosting helmet, just tech boosting armor. So, let's get that up to a nice 50. Love it, unless science 40 is anything. Cheaper tinkering. That's tempting, that's very tempting indeed. But, what else have we got here? We might want to dialogue a bit. I can get my persuade up to 30. Probably not a bad idea. And then, hacking and lockpicking. So, more bits, restricted items in vending machines, and start pickpocketing. Hardly essential, really. Alternatively, handguns, critical damage up 50%. Not bad, all things considered. Or I could do a bit of defense. I've not really been doing defense so far. So that is dodge forward, together with, harmful status effect duration down, dodge distance up. So, probably I'm not really doing much in the way of dodging, really. I'm probably okay without that. But leadership, because I am starting to pick up friends here. So, inspiration leads to companion damage bonus. Determination leads to companion health going up. And on top of that, with determination of 20, I can actually start healing my companions at least a little bit with the inhaler. And with this at 20, I can order them to do special attacks. So that's not bad, you know. Maybe I'll put just like a little bit in there for now. But I also want to get, yeah, sneak moving up here because... oh, hang on. That's sneak attack damage. That's, yeah, 18.2 right now. Up to... sorry, I'm out of points, so I can't check that. You know what? I'm happy with that as is. And, hang on. It's perk time. Beautiful. And yeah, I definitely think it's time for Quicken the Dead. Let's have 50% tactical time dilation recharge rate bonus. Beautiful. Okay, if we're about to screw over the town proper, that means we need to wrap up our business there first. So, let's see what we've actually got outstanding in the journal. Here we go. So one of them is in the community centre. I just, like, missed it somehow. Alternatively, yeah, that was for the book. There is the other actual, yeah, raider leaders. And we got those guys dotted around, including... okay. One apparently, like, in town somehow. But we're going to take care of you first. So, take a hard right over here. Apparently, he's out the back of town in this direction. Okay. Out the back of town over here. So, apparently, they're over in this direction. Not too far away. Doc Maybell. I don't see who I'm looking at right now precisely. So if I just get over here in cover, gotta find myself... there we go. I see a Marauder lookout right there. Are you by any chance in like a cave system? Because I think you might be. And... alright, you go down. Anyone else around? No one else seemed to respond to that. I'm guessing... there might be... well, either it's a cave, or they're asleep. Marauder hideout. Right, okay. So, let's get in there and start murdering some people. Might be willing to use my lovely, lovely big old laser rifle for this one. And, oh, it's not actually in a different area or anything. Okay. Here we go. What have we got here? What can we see? I can see... a hooligan over there. I think Doc Maybell may be asleep. How many are we looking at? Might be 3 and a dog. Manageable, I'd say. Let's just quickly scan them. Level 4. And level 4. And level 4. And yeah, I can actually see what effect it's going to have. So, for example, yeah, I can blind them by hitting them in the head, which is very, very useful indeed. And, oh yeah, look at that. That recharge rate is lovely now. Okay, we know what we need to do. We just take the shot, and then immediately afterwards, we just pause right there, do a big old pile of damage, and, yeah, do it to you. And then, go over to shotguns. And shotguns will work very well against the dogs. And boom. And boom. She is now blind. Is she dead? Are we good? Well, she's just charging forward. I assume she's good. I'll take the finger. And also some form of special blade. You just flipping shanked that person with a fire sword, didn't you? I'm so sorry I missed it because that sounds flipping awesome. And a big loot chest at the back too. Money, tactical shotgun. Well, that's of interest. So, level 8, and that is 24 times 8, DPS of 238. I'll tell you what, that's pretty good indeed. So I think what we'll be doing is, yeah, unequipping this. Let's get rid of that. Bring in the new girl. Marvellous. I should get to know my guns a bit better, by the way, which is, yeah, in terms of crit... pretty much every gun I've got seems to have, yeah, 20% crit chance, 130% crit damage, and post-armor multiplier 100%. So they're all the same in terms of criticals. Also, hang on, I did just find myself a special thing, didn't I? Bladder on stick. So two-handed melee. Seems kind of trash, to be honest, but whatever. Right, reload. Be on our way. More raiders need to go down yet. Now, there's also, yeah, around the back over here... bunch of houses. Okay. What are we seeing over here? This is around the back of the geothermal plant, so I can cut round to the other raider momentarily, but... ow! My legs. What are you? Oh. Okay. That is just... mechanicals. It's just robots guarding this place. I see no sign of raiders, so I'm going to leave it alone. just for the minute anyway. And I'm pretty sure I just saw some primal beasts in that direction too. That's fine. One quick headshot will deal with you guys, because your brains, that's a behemoth actually. Is this a good idea? You know what? I think it is. So we'll just be taking a bit of damage against you, and turn, and blind. There we go. Oh, there's way more than I thought there was going to be, actually. Charge, and boom. And charge, and boom. Yeah. You know what? This new laser rifle, this is pretty bloody good. And those brains are worth like 60 gold to go, so I'll very gladly be... I think I might have also just hit a terror ray, or possibly they were killing terror rays. More brains. Flippin' love it. Here we go. Bertie Cottons. This is actually the first camp I cleared out way back in the day. But now we're ready to take you guys out. No problem at all. So there's a tamed Canid over there. Just need you to hold still, my good man. And... okay, just wait, and come on, line up that. Boom! Dead in one flipping hit. And no one even heard that. Flip me. Right, let's just take you out too. Okay, I'm liking this gun with the plasma mod on it. That's pretty good. Because, is anyone else here? Or are they already dead because I cleaned them out previously? No, they're back, but... might be able to sneak in, grab the finger, and then get back out again without them even flipping knowing, because I'm just that badass. Then again, to be honest, I feel like we could just take them out. Yeah, you know what? That's all absolutely a-okay. And you. And is everyone else dead? Wait, they're not even... okay, maybe just finish them off, actually. Right, get into cover and get out the actual big old gun now. And... boom! Oh, yeah. It's actually got splash on it, too. I think it has splash on it. Boom. Never mind. Dead. Dead. Anyone else? Nope. Think we're good. I mean, that's a powerful combo right there. You snipe, you VAT snipe, you go into the laser. That is bloody good. Also, I can't help but notice we got ourselves some more guys over there. So we'll just be hitting them in the face. Lovely. Not quite enough to finish them off, unfortunately, but seem to be dead now. I mean, you know, this is going well. These are good-ass guns we've got going on. And yeah, it looked to me like the final one was actually inside town, which is weird, but let's see what's going on there. Oh, hang on. There's only 3. There were only 3. I'm being asked to turn in the fingers. There's not like a secret raider conspiracy in town. Right, I'll be having my money now, thanks.
Interesting jumpsuit you've got. And by interesting, I mean suspiciously reminiscent of contraband.
I think I'm wearing some body armor of her type that I picked off a corpse right now, so sorry about that. And no, don't give her the medicine. Give it to the guy who actually needs it. I'm here to turn in the bounties, please. Alright, so that gets me about 1,000 XP a go, plus maybe 500 caps a go. Yeah, not bad at all, and apparently I get myself a bonus.
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
Alright, I've got the Junior Deputy Constable's badge. Not really sure what that means, but yeah, good question. Why are so many of your people going Marauder?
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
You see, this is why I'm going to destroy your society. Because your society is blatantly already crumbling. People are fleeing to raiders, dying, killing themselves, being mangled, deserting to other territories. You are just falling apart. You can literally see the ruins of your town that you abandoned as you walk around this map. And here's interesting. Eugene. Do you have a take on Eugene? Can you squeeze out any pity for a receptionist who shot himself because he couldn't take it anymore?
Uh-huh. I recall young Eugene. Good kid. Nice smile. Fussy about his health, though. Took a little too much adrenatime. That'll do a number on your brain matter. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of adrenatime.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too bad about destroying this society actually now. No, not at all. Right, back over the street to Abernathy. Here's your medicine, my good sir.
Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
Alright, few thousand XP, reputation goes up, and on top of that, yeah, I risked my life to save yours. Might be able to get myself a little bit more out of him yet.
You're wringing the blood out of me. Here, you can have whatever's in my pockets.
Alright, so 90 XP, 500 bits, absolutely lovely. So my reputation with Spacer's Choice right now is, yeah, 73% positive, no negative. Deserters 56% positive, no negative at all. Marvellous. And as a result of that, vendor prices are going down over time. Lovely. Ah, yes, that reminds me. While I'm in this part of the world, if I actually go out through this door beyond maintenance, the robot, I can now fix the robot sensor, figure out what was going on there.
Ah, he ain't over it. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Oh, I bet you could too, Parvati, but I think I can do it myself, actually.
Searching for repair bay.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
And you know what? I'm going to do it myself, but yeah, Parvati could have actually done it for me, just by default, regardless of whatever her skill level technically is. But I'm going to do it myself to prove I can.
That's not bad work, ma'am. You done this before?
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
And there we go. Any chance you're going to, like, you know, pay me for repairing you? Or, you know what, I'm not going to try and extort it. I like him, he's cute. There we go. He's now going to go and do his thing, meaning I can go and have a chat to Ludwig round the corner and confirm he was not part of the robot uprising. He was just like, you know, a worker robot that got a bit confused and lost. I've repaired him. He's now going back to his repair bay to fix himself up. Everything is lovely. So, Scout taken care of.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
Aha. Now, by any chance is that a special anti-robot weapon? Because if so, that could be very useful as we head into the robot-guarded geothermal plant. Okay, back to the cantina. I know where the toilets are. And actually, there was that secret room I wanted to open up too. So, alright, behind the toilet, he said. What do we do here? Hang on, is there more than one toilet? No. Cantina toilet. Behind toilet. Where? Aha! Sealed bundle. Grab it. So, what is this precisely? And before we do that, yeah. Door back here. And, oh. Did anyone see that? No, I don't think anyone saw that. And anything worth taking here? Retrofitted heavy power armor. Honestly, I can do without, really. Though I wouldn't mind that, actually. Armor 14 and hack plus 7. It's pretty decent. That is pretty decent, all things considered. Also, I forgot to ever put on my last set of armor. Not least as... oh, does look kind of terrible. Yeah, you know what? That's actually swung it for me. Standard troop armor. No. There we go. Be having that, thank you. Now. How do I feel about this? Ooh, that's nice. I look fancy, but I'm also a bit on the hot pink side. Love it. Not keen on the blue. Not keen on that, but I guess it'll do. Now, I do have one new weapon here. This pistol. So, 21 times 3, 113 DPS versus my revolver. Yeah, okay. That might be better. I mean, okay, burning damage. Or plasma, possibly. Is that better than what I've got? I'm not sure if that's better than what I've got. Apparently I need to go and actually speak to What's-His-Face to discuss this. So, okay, let's actually go and have a chat with Ludwig.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit. Designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the hand of the law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Okay, apparently the flaming revolver I picked up has nothing to do with this quest. That was an unrelated energy weapon, so... Don't know where that came from, but it came from somewhere. Here we go, so I can change the damage of a given weapon to zap. And I'm assuming shock therefore works better against robots. Now I guess this would kind of work with my shotgun, to be honest, because yeah, my shotgun's all about like staggering people, and this is all about staggering people, isn't it? So yeah, electrically charges the chambered round before firing, and it electrocutes the target. Now I'm guessing that's like, you know, a stun or a stagger or whatever, so yeah, we'll give it a go, see how it works. And on top of that, my plasma rifle could have a much bigger magazine size. I've got 2 Magnum magazine mods right here. So yeah, we'll give it a go. We've now got the plasma rifle, got the hunting rifle that does plasma damage, we've got an electro shotgun, we got ourselves, yeah, this new pistol thing. Hang on, what does it actually do? Aha! 3-round burst, gotcha. And that actually fires, ouch, that fires energy. That's arguably not a great idea, to be honest. Still, I'll upgrade the shotgun because that's incredibly cheap to do. So, yeah, get me an extra damage there because that's a huge amount of extra DPS. And, oh, wow. Again, so DPS right now 252 up to 280. Love it. This thing is level 5. You are level 6 right now. And you'll be very cheap to upgrade, actually. So let's just do a handful of upgrades against you. Yeah, massive increase in damage there. And this thing, though it's a bit on the expensive side, I'm liking this hunting rifle. Let's get that up. We can afford it, darn it. And that's starting to get a bit pricey. But we can afford this. And you know what? Let's get this pistol a little bit better too. Why not? We'll see if it's any good. And tinkered items can be no greater than 5 levels above your own. Increase your character level to tinker with this item. Fine. Makes sense. Alright, I'm starting to be pretty happy with the loadout here. This is good stuff. Now, the last thing he wants is a logic module from the auto mechanicals in the geothermal plant, which is exactly where I need to go pretty soon anyway, so life is good. But, before that, frightened engineer, and I'm pretty sure I can fast travel, yes, straight over to the community centre, figure out what it was I missed over there. Here we go, it was just sitting on a desk, I must have walked straight flipping past it. Now, problem is, I don't know where the 3rd volume actually is. I only know of 2, the one in the community centre, and the one that used to be in Edgewater inside the office in the cannery, which I've already found. So, for the time being, yeah, the game's not actually willing to tell me where the last one is, but I'm gonna guess it might well be in the geothermal plant. In which case, yeah, may as well head there now, because there's nothing more I need to turn in back in town. And that means it's time to head over to the power plant and ramp things up here for good. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I would say that is enough for now. Join me next time on Wednesday as we storm the power plant, figure out how we're going to sell things up at Emerald Vale, and head out into the stars. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been The Outer Worlds. Thank you very much, and goodbye. No, sadly, I cannot be the Santa Claus of murder tonight. So apparently, even though this thing is... Oh, no, no, you can't. No, you most certainly can't. Okay. Is that the symbol meaning I'm about to pull her over? Yep, there we are. There we... Oh! I feel like she didn't necessarily survive that. No, she's very dead.